Hi, everybody. Welcome to Artichoke. Are there any people here for the first time? Awesome. That's great. And also thank you to all of you who keep coming back because you're our lifeblood. Couple of things. We are live streaming tonight, so if you want to take your phone, turn it on silent, turn your ringer down, whatever you have to do, that would help. Because honestly, one of the reasons people like Pete and others play here is because of the live stream. They can sometimes take that video and use it to promote other shows, so we want to make sure they get a really good stream. Other thing, we have 3 restrooms. There's one here in the venue you probably don't want to use during the show. It's your choice. There are 2 more. If you go on the other side of the bar, go out through the hallway where you came in, behind the store, there's an instrument store over there if you haven't wandered over. There's a bathroom at the end of that, back in the wall, and there's also one upstairs if you want to get your steps in. Since there are some new people here, you may not know we are a nonprofit, 52 years now. So pretty good. Yay for all the people who helped it go all those years. Couple things. If you're in the hallway on the break, if you want to look at some of our auction items, we have some kind of cool things, some historical things like the sign that used to grace this stage that said Cafe Artichoke that we've recently signed and updated. And thanks to Gary for designing our new sign, bringing a little fresher look to it. So we're selling the old one. We have some old tables. And for people of a certain age who don't want to acquire things, we have 4 different house concerts that you can buy from people that you should be familiar with if you've been coming to Artichoke for any time at all. And that's an online silent auction. It goes through the 22nd, so you don't have to be here. You don't have to run on a clipboard and try and beat somebody. You can do it all online. So it goes through the 22nd till noon. So this is the 3rd time you're back here, right, Pete? Because you came once with, didn't you come once with Dean?
3rd time, like in the last year.
Yeah. So we love having Pete here. And the 2nd time with Alicia. And it's going to be a little different this time. Pete's going to do an opening set with some brand new songs that he wrote, and I'm sure he'll talk about this pilgrimage to Greece that he just came back on. It was really fun watching his travels on Facebook. And then we'll take a break, and then Alicia and Pete will do some songs together. So you're in for a really wonderful night of exceptional songwriting and musicianship. So let's welcome Pete Kartsounes.
He left his home out in the city, grew some roots in the countryside. The life he left sure wasn't pretty, a failed attempt to try and get it right. But the pines were calling, and the line that he was drawing left a lifetime far behind. Had the tires all turning, it's never easy when we're learning. Sure as hell won't always get it right. It's such a crazy ride. She had dreams that she was flying over everything that tied her down. Tossed and turned through all the trying to be a mother on her own somehow. Every time she woke, found her heart was still broken, she prayed for God to come around. Knows a child will grow older, leave behind the cold shoulder. where all is lost is always found. Such a crazy ride. Oh. Unknown road will always take you to places that you've never been before. Our cards are dealt and we just make do with love and loss in our own little wars. It's all chances that we're taking. You're the master of your making. There's reasons why you're here to tell your tale. Oh, we all have our own stories, the guts, the grits, and the glories, till the day we leave our ghosts behind the veil. It's such a crazy ride. Oh, it's such a crazy ride. Oh, it's such a crazy ride. Ooh. Thank you. Well, that harmonica's broken. Did you guys hear that note? I know Mikey heard it. There's nothing like playing a harmonica with a flat note in the first song of a listening room. So it is 5 in the morning my time. I just returned from a month pilgrimage to the homeland. I've never been to Greece. Has anybody been to Greece? Yeah, a couple few. So my name is Beniotes Yorgos Kartsounes. I go by Pete Kartsounes, or Petros. I noticed my name has two names in Greek. Beniotes. And I'd never been there. I've always wanted to go. I was always on tour. I couldn't go, or a festival would book. I'd get booked at a festival. I couldn't go. I didn't want to go in the wintertime. I didn't want to go in the summertime because there's too many people, and I always heard September, October was like the time to go. And I was going to go before COVID, and then I met somebody, and then we were going to go, and then COVID hit, so I didn't go then. And then we were going to go, but we split. We split up, and that was a sort of a recent thing. And so I decided that I'm going to go heal the heart. I'm going to go there and I'm gonna figure this all out and all this new change in my life. And so I went for a month, and I just didn't really make a plan. And I started in Athens. I went to some islands. I spent some time in Naxos, and then my great grandfather and my great grandmother are from Peloponnesos. I could never say it right. What is it? Something pony. We came up with another way to think about how to say it. Peloponnesos, and that was the homeland. That was like really amazing to feel like the bloodline and really feel. I felt connected with the land. I felt like I'd been there before, and I kind of had been, sort of. You know, like it's my blood. It's where my great grandfather was a monk, so. He quit being a monk, and he had 7 children in 9 years. So that's what he did. And I came from that. I'm 3rd generation Greek. So it was a trip. I didn't realize the language barrier was going to be so strong. Not a lot of people spoke English. There were a lot of different languages going on. A lot of people, oh yeah, and everybody smoked cigarettes at the same time. 2, 3 at a time. That was a little rough. That was probably that was the hardest part, I think, of the whole, besides the broken heart deal. That was probably the hardest part was just anywhere you went, you had smoke in your face. Didn't matter where you went. The waiters were waiting on your tables with a cigarette in their hand. And like the kids at the grade school, you know, just out in the playground smoking cigarettes, and like settle down, you guys. Just take it easy. How are they standing? How are they breathing? I don't know. It was weird. Smoking, a lot of coffee, a lot of cell phones, a lot of different languages. So that the last week, I decided to get away from the constant traveling and spending money. I do this. This is my job for a living. It was a very expensive trip. By the way, I've got some CDs back there for sale. So I went to the homeland. I went to a place called Napflio. Beautiful, beautiful town. Just north of there is a town called Argos, and it's the oldest habited city in the world. Old school, oldest city that stayed habitated with people and humans in the world. It's insane. Castles and fortresses, they call them, more than castles or fortresses. And there was one there that didn't have any guardrails and didn't have any, you'd have to pay an admission. You're just walking around this castle that's just like ancient. Just really powerful landscape. Peloponnesos is a little more wooded and mountainous, more trees. The water's the bluest blue you ever saw in your life. I was gonna like play a little slideshow of all the photos because they're about a half hour of slides of photos. I do photography too as well, so I spent a lot of time taking photos, editing photos. But I ended up going to a place called Stupa that I found on a Facebook page. Somebody said, go to Stupa, it's a beautiful little village, it'll be really quiet. And so I went on a deep dive with my heart and my head and just rented this beach house. And I wrote almost a whole album's worth of songs. And this is only a week ago. So I'm going to play some of them for you, and we'll see how they turn out. I hope you like them. This first one that I'm going to do is called Falling Feathers. Dream come, oh so true, far away from all I knew, to take this time away, learning how to let it go, fix the golden heart that broke, turn a page that we both wrote, and watch it drift away. Sinking slowly as I rise above, cut the heartstrings, try to tie me up, 'cause I will fly, I will fly, I will fly again. Ocean view, send a hopeful prayer or two. Close your eyes and wait a few, and then just walk away. Learning how to give again starts with loving you, and then all your wounds will soon mend, and time takes them away. Wake up knowing just how loved you are. Sweet perception leave a smaller scar. You will fly. You will fly. You will fly again. Not easy, there's always hills to climb, falling feathers all grow back in time. We will fly, we will fly, we will fly again. Thank you. Heavy songs came out of this session. Healing songs. One after another. Every day I wrote a song. That time in Stupa. I've only changed my underwear one time since I was there. That's how long ago that was. Never said that before. I'm tired, you guys. I'm coming up with stuff. This next song is called The Healer. You know, when you write songs, you know, the way I write them, I channel them. They're given to me. The melodies are given to me. These songs all sound very different than anything I've ever written, because they came from a different part of my life, and they also came from a different part of the world. And I teach a lot of songwriting camps and stuff, and I try to bring a geographical element into the song, whether it be a melody or a style or a time signature. You know, the songs I write on Kauai, you can kind of hear the ocean breeze, you can kind of hear you can feel the sand, you know. You see the palm trees. And the songs I write in the Rocky Mountains in Colorado, because I lived there for 19 years, you can kind of smell the pine, you know. These songs, going to Greece for the first time in that part of the world, every song, so far, when I play them, I'm there, man. And I played a whole set of these songs the other night in Bend on Wednesday, and I had this girl come up to me, and she was crying, and she gave me this big hug, and she said that the song hit her to the core, and it wasn't this next one, but I'll tell you which one it is. I'll play it next after this one. But she was an addict, and she's been sober, and she said it just brought her to the core about just her addictions and everything and coming through. And it was like, whoa, and she gave me this big hug, and you know, it was really cool because I feel like the songs are given to me to give to you, and I'm just a channel for that. And sometimes the songs are given to me for reasons for me, and then when I share them, or those songs that were given to me, they're for you for your reason, you know. And I call those opaque songs, songs that are opaque, songs that can mean something to one person and mean something totally different to another person. I have a song that I wrote about my dog dying, and in the whole song I don't ever mention it's my dog. So I'm done with the song, and there's like 6 people they've got tears in their eyes. But then I say, well, that's about my dog, and all of a sudden the whole room starts crying because it's, you know, we love our dogs. But you know, it's like it means something to somebody. So to get that from that girl was really powerful. So I was watching the sunset, and I had this Airbnb that was literally on a cliff. I had my own beach, the blue water, no planes in the sky, no boats at sea, the Mediterranean Sea, that dark blue and that light turquoise blue. It was ridiculously gorgeous. And I was just hanging out watching the sunset. I had my little 3/4 size. I already wrote a song that morning. I didn't know if I had it in me to spend hours on another song, but I just started playing this. And I was like, okay. And I can see that sunset right now. So the next day I woke up and I started playing it again. I recorded it on my phone so I didn't forget just kind of the vibe of it all. And this song came out. Sunrise slowly over the deep blue sea. Song of a morning dove and the black chickadee. Bougainvillea, Olaya, Prior trees. A Mediterranean dream right in front of me. Yeah, well, I'm healing. Oh, yeah, I'm healing. Heart in the homeland, still within the divine. Scent of the jasmine, the taste of the grapes on the vine. Moon changing shapes while the days slowly drift on by. Yeah, fades some presence amongst the big waves. We all ride. Oh, well, I'm healing. Oh, well, I'm healing. Yeah, I'm healing now. Stood before an old castle that fell to the ground. Nothing but ruins of memories that lie all around. Then answers arose, metaphors so profound. Our story, that castle, now just dust on the ground. Oh, our bond, that fortress, now just stones on the ground. Yeah, well, rings in the ruins, two songbirds without a song. Yeah, just time in between the here, the then, and the now. Oh, well, I'm healing. Oh, yeah, well, I'm healing. Yeah, well, I'm healing. I'm healing. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm healing. Thank you very much. Did you guys feel it? Was it there? Hope you enjoyed the songs. You probably, has anyone heard my music before ever? Anyone? My roommate Mikey. Sound. Well, then I guess then you wouldn't know these are new songs or not, right? Well, I'm gonna do another one of the new ones because I hope you're enjoying the new songs. They're straight from the heart for y'all. Sunset slowly, I'm memories burning, getting stronger, may take longer. Time's the healer, great revealer, that you're healing, losing feelings again. Oh, again. Love abandoned leaves the stranded without closure, no composure. Rediscover sweet new lovers, always learning, new leaves turning again. Oh, again. Oh, again. Oh, again. Oh. Thank you. Thank you very much. Does anybody ever listen to Glenn Hansard? Glenn Hansard. Yeah, he's the man. You ever seen the movie Once? Yeah, a couple more people, a little more. That usually strikes up a little more flair on that guy. It's a true story about his life with a woman that became his wife after the movie was made. And it's them in the movie, and it's about their life. And he was a street busker in Ireland. He's really getting kind of big these days. He's playing with Eddie Vedder a lot. He's just opened up. Glenn Hansard, his band, opened up a bunch of shows for Pearl Jam all over the country. That's a pretty good gig. Soldier Field, or not Soldier Field, Cubby Stadium, you know, the whole deal. Wrigley. And he's just so raw and passionate, and I listen to him a lot. And I feel like he inspired at least the vibe of a lot of these songs. I was listening to him a lot. Sometimes when we're bummed out, we gotta make ourselves more bummed out and listen to sad music. Does anyone do that? I do that. Well, I wrote this one. This next one is one I wrote just a few days back, in the island of Naxos. And Naxos is really gorgeous island. A lot of little shops, little villages, old, like 300, 400, 600 BC structures. You're like, what? You know, it's just really incredible. The food, oh my gosh, the food. It's Naxos is where they make where they mine all the marble. You know, us in America, we think marble's like a luxury stone. You know, oh, this guy's got a lot of money. He's got a marble toilet in his house. You know, this guy. There's marble toilets all over in that place. I took pictures of them. They're incredible. And everything's marble. The sidewalks are marble, the stairs are marble, tables are marble. Marble, marble, marble. It's just beautiful. But it comes from there. Naxos has mountains of marble, literally mountains of marble. So there's a lot of those islands in Greece, a lot of the structures, even the whole buildings are made out of marble. Some of these churches that are 1,000 years old, you know, just, they're all marble. It's insane. It's really beautiful. I'm going to try to get through this one. It's got a lot of words. It's called Slay the Dragons. I wrote it in Naxos on the beach the other day. Time with the culture that runs in his blood, while the moon rose full on the day he was born, looking to learn how to let go of love while discovering himself in a song by the sea, finding out reasons while seasons they change as the answers reveal themselves more by the day. His trip of a lifetime has waited till now. Old ruins stand strong in the mirror of himself. Oh, he lives for tomorrow and gives thanks for the now. The past lays the stepping stones, learning to dreams. No fear for the unknown while working and blindfold. His heart guides the way to a beautiful life. Experience turns itself into good fortune. Change tugs a leash right into the light. Through a door to forever, to a room called tomorrow. His back now turned gives him all that he needs. He's letting go. Oh, slay the dragons. Yeah, he killed all the dragons. He slayed all the dragons before they could take his own life. Oh, before they could take his own life. He's letting go. Oh, he killed all the dragons. Oh, he's letting go. Oh, he killed all the dragons. He killed all the dragons. He slayed all the dragons before they could take his own life. Oh, his own life. Yeah. Time is the medicine made for his heart that was broken and bleeding, but now on the mend. Thank you. Thank you so much. That is going to be my set. It's already 7:40. It just went by just like that. So thank you so much for listening to some of these new songs. I love Alicia so much, and if you haven't heard her music yet, can't wait for that. We're going to take a short 5-minute little break, and we're going to get up here and play a bunch of her songs, a couple more of mine from some albums. Support Alicia and myself. We've got albums if you want to support us a little more. Being here is a huge support. And yeah, I just love Alicia. We are playing in Parkdale or somewhere tomorrow, somewhere over there by White Salmon, Hood River. Solero Brewery is where we're playing tomorrow. And then we're going up to Alaska. We usually have Mark Carwin on bass with us, but he's playing some other gigs with his other band tonight and tomorrow. He'll be joining us again, and we go up to Alaska as a trio with the Alicia Viani trio, and I'm opening all the shows with the solo set. But thank you so much for being patient with me, reading words, and trying to get through some new songs that are only a few days old. I hope you enjoyed them. I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you so much for listening.
Doing fundraisers. And there's one on Tuesday, the 19th. If you know who Lloyd Jones is, most people probably do. He's doing a fundraiser for us up the street at Di Nicola's Italian Restaurant, which is at 35th and Powell. East Coast Italian, very traditional. They just got named one of the 100 best Italian restaurants in the country. He'll play from 6 to 8:30, and they'll give us a portion of your food and drinks. I didn't want to forget to mention that. There's flyers if you need them. And boy, did I need this soul-filling music today. Thank you, Pete, and I know this next set's going to be even better. Thanks for coming.
I'm going to try and tune and talk to you, which doesn't go very well, so if there's like 30-second pauses in my story while I multitask, you can just fill it with your own version of my story. Thanks again to Pete Kartsounes for his beautiful, soulful songs. It's truly a gift to get to make music with you and be your friend. This song that we'll open with is from a trip to the Brighton Bush River about a year ago. Brighton Bush Hot Springs. And I was walking with my sweetie and my other sweetie.
Leo's her dog.
This is my main sweetie. And he said something about, oh yeah, look at all those dandelions. We made dandelion honey, and look at all that fireweed. We made fireweed wine, and I know a song is like knocking at my brain when it's words just loop, and I was like, fireweed wine, fireweed wine, fireweed wine, and probably didn't hear anything he said after that for a while, because then my brain starts making songs about fireweed wine, and that's what this song is. Brighton Bush. Oh yeah. By the Brighton Bush River, we watched two naked hippies making love without touching, scooping the golden sunset into the crackling space between them. Not gonna lie, it was pretty exciting. We drank the flames of autumn. We soared thermals with the eagles. We flowed rivers of intuition, which happened to lead to this ecstatic voyeurism. And we laughed about that, with our heads thrown back, and drank last summer's blooms in our fireweed wine. Our fireweed wine. beaming at the supermoon. The river taught us how to sleep through the night again. Love isn't enough to surrender, defenses to trust, and fighting for respect isn't really working. We're a blend of epic tales, heirs to passion and grand betrayal. Death has made sudden visits. The thing about dying is no one survives it. So let's love different. Let's cradle each other's hearts, and I'll bathe your sorrows in the riverside, in the autumn light, with a little fireweed wine. Fireweed wine. I will play, let's play Good Man. I wrote this song the day after the last time that Trump was elected, and recently had that same pretty sickening gut punch feeling, and it makes me think about how love is really sweet and love is really easy until it's really hard. And connection is great until connection's really hard. And it breaks my heart that the tolerance for violence and hatred has not just become tolerant, but almost celebrated truly. And so this song explored then and explores now what gets in the way of connection and empathy and interrupting violence. It is a question to myself. Are you a good man? Are you a good man? Darkness closes in, and tomorrow the sun will rise, and who will you be? What kind of man? Our Jackson, it's his 21st birthday. He was your daddy at 16. It's been a struggle the whole way, but you and I know he's a good man. Each morning, Jackson's up long before dawn. He joins the river of men, tired of being led down, mining for pay in this forgotten town. And the working men and women, they miss out on the easy living. And you gotta be right and you gotta win. No one is free in the end. No one is free in the end. Now Jackson, well, he hangs with the good old boys, and I watch them knock someone down just 'cause his skin was brown. A helpless man, an American crime. And your daddy, well, he acted like his heart didn't hurt. 'Cause when you fight for the ones who need you, those boys will knock you down too. It's dangerous to be a good man. And the working men and women, they miss out on the easy living. When you gotta be right and you gotta win, no one is free in the end. No one is free in the end. Are you a good man? Are you a good man? Darkness closes in, and tomorrow the sun will rise, and who will you be? What kind of man?
Driven over Santiam Pass? You guys got to get out more. Grace Gauge, right down the road. Santiam Pass, get you to Sister's Organ. Has anybody heard of Sister's Organ? Okay. Okay.
Some people know it as Santiam Pass, but maybe we just get confused. I like Santiam better, honestly.
Santiam.
Truly.
Santiam.
Santiam Pass. I'm going to
Has
start
anybody
saying
ever
it
been
too.
to Santiam Pass?
Has anybody ever been to Santiam Pass?
Oh yeah, everybody. Oh yeah, we were there just the other day. Played some euchre up top there. It was a nice sunny day.
Okay.
This song was inspired by Santiam Pass. I like to call it Santiam Pass. It's very classy. It's like Dijon mustard. One. Headed down a mountain road, shadow on the moon. A couple lights go flashing by every turn or two. Crosby on the radio, window cracked a few. Smell the sage so country air upon the evening dew. And she's heaven for my mind. It's where I'll waste my time. I'll roam these rolling hills till the day I die. So high below the trees, her song amongst the breeze, sweet mama's melodies and a country dream. Sweet mama's melodies and a country. City gets the best of me damn near every time. Too much always going on to find some peace of mind. Hell lights where all the buildings take away the stars at night. Remind me where I'd rather be, safe amongst the pines. And she's heaven for my mind. It's where I'll waste my time. I'll roam these rolling hills till the day I die. So high below the trees, her song amongst the breeze, sweet mama's melodies and that country dream. Sweet mama's melodies and that country. She's heaven for my mind. It's where I'll waste my time. I'll roam these rolling hills till the day I die. So high below the trees, her song amongst the breeze, sweet mama's melodies and that country dream. Sweet mama's melodies and that country dream. I hear her melodies and that country.
I lived in Japan for about 5 years when I was a kid, and I went to Yochian, which is a Japanese kindergarten. And I remember wandering around a lot, not knowing what the hell was going on. And then I quite vividly remember my kindergarten teacher who sang a lot, and I liked to sit right next to her. Sometimes, and I've noticed this while traveling, that sometimes it doesn't really matter what the words are if we can communicate something human, and music does that well, in my opinion, in my experience. And this is a song I wrote in New Orleans about connecting with folks quite different from me through their song. 3 a.m. on Decatur Street, beignets and coffee at Cafe Del Mundo, and powdered sugar up your nose to make me laugh, 'cause I've been crying since John Boutté played. A homeless gal outside the cafe window, we're no better than her. It's our old white money. She lights a smoke in the rain and nods to the rhythm while a saxophone sings in New Orleans. After the sun dips down, before sleep falls on you, we're gonna sing till cares aren't heavy no more. Her name's June. She's got a blazing temper, like the short, hot nights her mama named her after. And she works men on the street. Some hurt her with anger, some cry on her after, and some are kind to share their liquor. After the sun dips down, before sleep falls on you, we're gonna sing till cares aren't heavy no more. Our rigid minds will kill our hearts and keep us far apart. Oh, June, when you sing your tune, it's my own language from a world away. Ooh. Ooh. She lives against the live oak that cracks the sidewalk, where she views the world more clearly than we do. At 3 a.m. on Decatur Street, beignets and coffee at Cafe Del Mundo. After the sun dips down, before sleep falls on you, we're gonna sing, we're gonna sing till cares aren't heavy no more. After the sun dips down, before sleep falls on you, we're gonna sing, till cares aren't heavy no more. Thank you. How are you all doing? Can't see you, but I feel you. I do.
We can't see you, but we are so glad we sold every seat tonight. Those lights are bright, but man, we feel it. We feel your energy. I know I could use the energy, and you're giving it to me. I feel a lot better than I did when I first sat down. That first set, I was like, man, I need some sleep, you guys. I was just gonna say, you guys mind if I just nap? You ever seen a set like that before? You're one of a kind.
There was just a Olympics in lowering your heart rate without napping. Did you hear about that? In South Korea, like lowering your heart rate as much as possible without like sleeping. That'd be fun to watch.
I could crush that one.
One of the great things about touring with Pete is he sits by the side of your bed and plays the lullabies sometimes, which I just got last night. It was delightful.
Yep.
This is a song about, I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but I will say that I'm starting to learn, even though I know it in my brain, I'm starting to learn it in an embodied way, in a more integrated way, that the trouble aren't the issues in relationships, or the difference are not the issues in relationships, but the walls that we put up around those are the issues in my relationships, and I'm always striving to examine my walls and take them down, and this song is about that. I'm in love with the man with the shaky hands. I see the waters of Long Island in the depth of his eyes, and the yearning of his smile. I'm raising his daughters. Their mother died. He bathed her body in the afternoon light. It's okay to go slow. It's okay to go slow. And I drew you a picture. I put my losing in it. I put my loving in it. I put you in it. And I drew another picture. I put my loving in it. I put my joy in it. And they were the same. Oh, the pictures were the same. We've hidden our hearts in deep, dark caves. We both know the feeling of losing. Tell me what it's like inside, and I'll hold you, it'll be alright. And I drew you a picture, I put my losing in it, I put my sadness in it, oh, I put you in it. And I drew another picture, I put my loving in it, I put my joy in it, and they were the same, oh, the pictures were the same. I sleep in the smoke in the garden of our family. The smoke that curls like hope, that's rise like the mist on the river, and the golden fingers of dawn. Let's rise like the mist on the river. Your smile is my golden sun. And I drew you a picture, I put my losing in it, I put my sadness in it, I put you in it. And I drew you a picture, I put my loving in it, I put my joy in it, and they were the same. Oh, I drew you a picture, I put my losing in it, I put my sadness in it, oh, I put you in it. And I drew another picture, I put my loving in it, I put my joy in it, and they were the same. Oh, the pictures were the same. Give it up for Pete. That was the first time he ever played that with me. Good job, Pete.
I feel like Tony Furtado there for a second. Love that guy. I've known Tony a long time. He's one of my favorites. I mean, who doesn't like Tony Furtado? You know? Guy can play that slide. Yeah. We're gonna do a song here that I wrote a couple years ago when we were all contemplating. There's no contemplation anymore. Now it's just like, yep, we're in the fire season now. A couple years ago we were like, Yeah, I think it's a new thing called smoke season. You know, it's like now it's just like every June, July, and August. It's parts of September. But when I was sitting around, smoked out, it was an unfortunate fire. All fires are unfortunate. Some of them are, you know, they're okay. Like the forest does need to burn sometimes. But when it's like taking out millions of pristine acres and a lot of homes and all that, that's when it gets a little nasty. And that one in McKenzie River area and that whole deal was a gut wrencher for me. I'm a huge fan of that area. I love that valley so much, and that went up so fast with that wind and everything. And so I sat around, and then the smoke came after that. A lot of smoke. And I think we all remember that. In fact, it got Portland pretty good too. That was a really smoky summer for you guys in Portland. So anyways, I wrote this tune here, kind of threw some elements of other parts of life into it, a little imagery, and it's called Hazy Shade of Gray. Time's sure are changing fast, quicker by the day. River's edge is cracked and dry, hair is turning gray. Summer skies are filled with smoke, lightning go away. It's not what I remember in this world of disarray. But I'll sing you a song, I'll give you a smile, I'll send a bit of love your way over a dusty mile. I'll give you a call, I'll tell you it's okay, 'cause in the end we have each other in this hazy shade of gray. Temperature keeps rising, getting hotter every year. Ever more divided from the facts and all the fear. We have to come together for this all to disappear. Let go of all that ego, it's the thing that got us here. But I'll sing you a song, and I'll give you a smile. I'll send a bit of love your way over a dusty mile. I'll give you a call, and I'll tell you it's okay, 'cause in the end we have each other in this hazy shade of gray. Well, I'll sing you a song, and I'll give you a smile. I'll send a bit of love your way over a dusty mile. I'll give you a call, and I'll tell you it's okay, 'cause in the end we have each other in this hazy shade. I'll lend you a hand, and I'll send you a prayer. I'll try to get you out when you're not going anywhere. And I know that it's not easy in these long and crazy days, 'cause in the end we have each other in this hazy shade of Ah, yeah, true stories, all the way around.
Let's do weary.
Love to.
I have a couple songs that start so similarly that I need to run through each one to see which one this is. And I don't think this is it. Hold on, I gotta figure it out. I'm not gonna stop. We're not gonna start over. I'll lose it. Pink, shimmery lips, red press-on nails. There's an army of men in that chilly gaze. Oh, they're searching that are now. Oh, as I gotta find the words. Just 1 second. P, you got it. Okay. Pink, shimmery lips, red press-on nails. There's an army of men and that chilly gaze. I guess we did start over. Still you lure who you will with that currency of breasts and hair. It's a harsher garden here, weary Eve. It grows real quiet, maybe thinking on a pretty wife. This you understand, so you get dressed. Keep looking for your missing pieces while he resumes his high place by the sun. They made up a devil to shame you, weary Eve. And our minds are made for war. I have fought and I am free, but alone. I don't want this shield anymore. Still I will not be tamed. Oh, let's let our weary hearts lead. And our minds are made for war. I have fought, oh, I am free, but alone. I don't want this shield anymore. Still I will not be tamed. Oh, let's let our weary hearts lead. Sisters, we survived the fall. Let's push away these clouds that cast us dull. Our lonely brothers are returning from being swept where power winds blew. Love them in your garden, weary Eve. Oh, behold them in your garden, weary Eve. Thank you.
Does anybody have a favorite river that they like to reminisce about or go to? Is there a river around here that y'all like to go to? Metolius, yeah. It's a good one. Walala, Deschutes, yeah. We get to live by the Deschutes. It's right near my house. We've got the Fall River that runs into there. We're blessed in Oregon, of course, with a bunch of great rivers. When I was living in Wisconsin, there was the Fox River. When I was a kid in the 80s there, it was the most polluted river in America. And now it's one of the cleaner rivers in America, which is pretty crazy how they turned that around. But I remember catching fish with like 3 eyes, and I'm not kidding you back then. In that
Which
day.
river?
The Fox River. When I was in Michigan and living there, there was the Flint River. I lived in Flint, and there was dead bodies floating down that river. 2 soccer games I played. 2, not one, but 2 different soccer games where there was a body found while we were playing soccer, and there was a bunch of ambulances. Like, what's going on there? Oh, they found a body floating down the river. Another day in Flint. But anyways, we don't have that here. We have beautiful, pristine, clean water rivers. So I probably wouldn't have wrote this song by the Flint River. But I did write it by the Fall River. Does anyone know about the Fall River? Good. I'm not going to tell you any more about it. But it comes out of the ground, I'll tell you that much, and it does flow into the Deschutes River. Don't tell anybody. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. It's a sacred place. The water is so clear, so cold, and there's a spot where it just comes right out of the ground, and it flows, and there's rainbow trout everywhere. Don't tell anybody. And eventually, about 17 miles down, it runs into the Deschutes River, and that comes right through Bend and onward. And we're just so blessed to have this clean water. I mean, there's a lot of rivers around here with clean water. So this song was written on the Fall River one day. And
It's not unusual to ask Pete what he's up to on some random day, and he's like, I'm going to bring my guitar by the river and write. And that's a pretty regular occurrence.
or at least, or by the river. I'm always by the river. I love the river. You know, I always like to say this. You know, the river is a place, like, if we're looking at the stars on a starry night, like, we're going to be in Alaska on Hatcher Pass in a few days, and hopefully we get the northern lights, which might happen, but there's no light pollution out there. The stars are going to be just ridiculous. But when you look at the sky like that, it's just like, it's a you can't get to the end of your thoughts. You know, it's just kind of a duh moment. Same like when we all sit around and we're sitting with some friends and we're staring into a fire pit, and everyone's just kind of duh out. Because it's just like you can't get to the end of your thoughts. Same thing when you're looking into the vast open sea. But when you're by a river, it's never really one of those duh moments. It's always you're in the present moment, and you're really sharp, right centered with yourself when you're sitting by the river. It's not one of those moments. It's something about the river. Except this place that I'm going to get to show her in Talkeetna, Alaska. Has anybody been to Talkeetna, Alaska? Yeah, there's a couple. That's where 3 rivers come and meet off the Denali Range. And that's like, those are like a mile-wide rivers. And the amount of water leaves you going, duh. It's one of those. But that's like ridiculous. And there's so much water coming through there. It's just unbelievable. Anywho, this is that thing. I went there to write a song, and it didn't come out. I was trying, and you can't try. You have to let go. Okay, it's not going to come out. And I packed up my guitar. I was walking down the trail. It was getting ready to start getting dark. It was cold. It was starting to flurry. It was the end of September. First, like, kind of flurry. And then as I was walking by the river was running by me, and I'm like, damn it. Sat down and had the song about an hour and a half later. And I love playing it. It's on an album I have out there. It's the White Album. I'd love to get it to you. So, guess what the song's called? The River. You get a free album. For $20, you get a free album. I'm just joking. I'm going to give that to you. You called it. As I was hanging by the river was running by me. Sat and listened to the song she sang, and I found some harmony. She was peaceful to my soul. She's everything I need, with everything I could ever want, while I wasted a little time down by the river. Ever since I remember, I felt the best right here. Going round this old paradise where my head gets a bit more clear. She is food to feed my soul. She's everything I need. It's a life living full in a place I'm supposed to be, down by the river. I can't imagine time without you. Never want to say goodbye. This is where I want to rest my bones when I die. You know I'll always come and see you. I'll always sit by your side. You are right here for me every time. Every time. Time without you. Never want to say goodbye. This is where I want to rest my bones when I die. You know I'll always come and see you. I'll always sit by your side. You are right here for me every time. Every time. Spent a lot of time just thinking about a lover or a place to be. I travel around the world, but there ain't nothing quite as sweet as her shoulder to lean on. She listens when I need to get out the thoughts I have and let go a part of me down by the river. Down by the river, down by the river. my soul. Yeah, down by the river. Thank you very much. Which one? Back in the, oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey, how about Alicia Viani, folks? Just a beautiful person all the way around. Great songs, great storyteller, great voice. I love touring with her and spending time with her. She's a wonderful human being. She's been making these wreaths out of buds and flowers, like flower stuff. Would you want to tell them a little bit about that? Because she started her own business recently. She's been doing some markets and really, really making some beautiful art with flowers. What are you doing there?
Flowers are just gorgeous. You can't fuck up flowers. That's all I got to say about that. You should check out my Instagram, Love After Love Flowers. I just started doing this. Pete's right. On top of being a therapist and a musician, I'm not sure I really needed an extra side hustle, but I've got one and I love it. And I grow it started from growing flowers, and I decided this year I don't need food. I'm not growing any of that. I'm just growing flowers. Even the food I planted, I let flower. And I like to make art out of it. So you can check it out.
What is it,
Love After Love Flowers. Yeah. It's really sweet.
It's really beautiful.
Flowers.
They smell good.
They smell good. They're pretty.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pete. This is a. It's funny because place always speaks to me in songwriting too, and this song came not necessarily from the place because I was walking through a Fred Meyer, but I was walking right next to the jewelry section at our Fred Meyer in Bend, Oregon, and I saw next to all the many thousands of dollars rings, very expensive rings, there was one ring for $30, and that for some reason also went and started going, and this song came out of that. A $30 wedding ring from that northern California town. You spoke to me differently than how I broke myself down. Beauty on the horizon, oh, just beyond the touch. I'm back in the land my house once stood, trying to fall out of love. I'm back in the land my house once stood, trying to fall out of love. Ooh, ooh. I kissed every scar from your bruising as a child. Now you're a drinking man with dark creatures in the attic of your mind. Beauty on the horizon, oh, just beyond the touch. I'm back in the land my house once stood, trying to fall out of love. I'm back in the land my house once stood, trying to fall out of love. Ooh, ooh. What do hungry women waiting around for crumbs do to keep themselves numb? Dollar bills in my pocket, I'm walking a four-lane road, and the answer I need, my heart already knows. Beauty on the horizon, just beyond the touch. I'm back in the land my house once stood, trying to fall out of love. I'm back in the land my house once stood, trying to fall out of love. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thanks.
Hey, thanks everybody for being here tonight. We've got time for one more song, and it was just such a pleasure. Thanks for having us again at Artichoke. It's such a pleasure. Thanks for the great sound, the professionalism here. The listening room is what this is what we live for as songwriters. I mean, we played at a bar last night, and it was, they were listening, but it was a bar. It's a little different. There's people talking and yelling and getting drunk and being, that. And then here, it's not like that. And I think as a songwriter, we'll choose this any day over that. And we really appreciate these rooms a lot. So thanks for being here. Thanks for getting a ticket. And just thanks for being such a beautiful, attentive audience listening to songs. So most of you probably never even heard before. So we hope that you enjoyed this evening's songs.
Yes, and thanks to Artichoke, because we know that it takes a lot to create a listening room that takes care of its artists and make sure that that we some of us can depend on it as a living and nurtures hopefully a great experience for you. And I hope that you all know, thank you for showing up, because it is truly just as nurturing for us to be here with you and to sharing this music. So thanks to Pete Kartsounes for his incredible skill, and give it up for him. Please check out his music. He's got a lot of records out there.
Come say hi to us. We're going to bolt back there, and we'll say hi on the way out the door. If you want some CDs, Christmas is right around the corner. They fit right in those stockings perfectly. And another thing, if we come back, if we ever come back, like maybe in the winter sometime or later in the winter, maybe even like late winter or early spring, I don't know. We got to figure that out. Shelly will have us back, but would you guys come back? Would you guys come back? Fill every seat in this place and have ourselves a hoedown. We'll probably have Mark with us then too, and have our bass player, and who knows what else. So, yeah, just if you see us around or you see it promoted and we come back, we know we'd love to come back to this room for sure. So, thanks.
This is our last song. Let's play your song, Pete, on Golden Pond. This is a newer song for us. And we'll see you next time. Pete Kartsounes, I'm Alicia Viani. Thank you so much.
The song was written in upstate New York on a lake called Loon Lake in the Adirondacks. It's the lake where they filmed On Golden Pond. The loons were singing, the mist was on the water, the sun was coming up. This song fell from the sky about 23 years ago. On Golden Pond, where those trees stand tall, big and beyond, round meadows I walk in search of my soul, so far from my home. On Golden Pond, I stand here alone. The water's so cold, and that water's so blue. I lay down my thoughts for the day to go through. The birds sing their songs while I play the tune. The water's so calm, the water's so blue. The rain falling down, and that sun shining through. There's no one around, and there's nothing to do. So I pray to the Lord, my soul to take. Rain falling down on my face. on Golden Pond, where those trees stand tall, big and beyond. Round meadows I walk, and I pray to the Lord. So far from my home, on Golden Pond, I stand here alone. Here on Golden Pond, so far from my home. Here along Golden Pond, I stand here alone. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Good night.
Appreciate you.